This review is brought to you by Live Nation. Hey guys, welcome to Kingsman Reviews. My name is Danielle Jacobo.
And my name is Jackson Brock.
And today we are reviewing Kingsman the Golden Circle. This is the sequel to Kingsman the Secret Service that was made in 2014. And the film basically picks off where it left off. Harry is gone, and Eggsy has assumed the role of Agent Galahad, and everything is going fine and according to plan until their headquarters is blown up and they are forced to band together with their United States allies, the Statesmen, and defeat a common enemy. And just right off the bat, I think we gotta say that it wasn't as good as the first one.
Yeah, it definitely is not. It doesn't bring the same... I mean, it brings that same style that the first one has, that same kind of skin. But when you really kind of look at it, it's a lot different, and it doesn't really... It's not as good as the first one, which is sad.
No, it's not. And with that being said, I mean, there are some good things about it. It wasn't completely awful. That's the thing. You know, it wasn't as good as the first one, but I also don't think it was like a complete failure. There were things that I really liked about it. Like, it was really funny and charming and witty, like the first one was. And it has a lot of the same like cinematic style. The action and the choreography was filmed very similarly to the first one. And so when you're watching it, it feels like a Kingsman movie. And it's entertaining and it's fun like the first one. I think where it really loses its pace is in the story and the script. That's where it really diverts from its predecessor, I think.
Yeah, no, most definitely. There's a lot of, like you said, style that remains the same. Like, you have the Statesmen. It was really cool to see them in action. I mean, it's different from our Kingsmen, which are, you know, guns and gadgets. I mean, the Statesmen are a lot more, you know, they go into a lot of the lasso. So there is definitely the action there from the first one that's very oriented around, like, the quick shot, centered frame, and it's really neat
Still
to
very
watch.
comic booky.
Yes, of course, but that's Matthew Vaughn and his style. That's really good. But like you said, sadly, where it kind of falls apart is not really in the acting so much, because our leads in this movie do a fantastic job at carrying the comedy and such. But it's the script that kind of falls apart. It loses a lot of the kind of morals and values that it had in the first film, and replaces them with comedy in a lot of areas, which is sad. Because yes, the movie is funny, really from start to finish. But when it comes down to moments of like meaningfulness or impactfulness that the first one carried, it's just really not there.
It doesn't really hit you like the first one did, and you can tell that they try, but it's a really far stretch. Yeah, and it doesn't have that same like heart-wrenching moments that kind of like you're watching this really funny movie and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, this has like a deeper meaning, or this hit me harder than I thought it would. I mean, this one, it's more of a comedy.
Yeah, it is. It is really focused on the comedy aspect.
Which is fine, because I mean, the first one was funny. And so that's where it's like, it kind of feels like the first one, like it's the same sense of humor, it's just a lot more of it.
It's the best way to describe it after seeing the first one is it feels empty in a way. And that too is that if you're someone new coming in and you see this is out and you haven't seen the first one, I definitely would not recommend going to see this before seeing the first, because you will be very lost.
Yeah, there are a lot of inside jokes and callbacks to the original one, which if you've seen the first one, I mean, you'll get it and you'll get like a laugh out of it. But if you haven't, this definitely is one of those sequels that you can just walk into and like pick up as it's going along. Like,
and a lot of the characters themselves too aren't really established. So if you haven't seen the first one, you're gonna have no idea as to who these people are, and it's never really gonna get explained.
And I mean, on top of just kind of the lack of a storyline and development of characters in certain aspects of the film, I think the biggest disappointment was that the Statesmen aren't as incorporated as you think they're going to be.
Yes, they from the trailers you get a good hint that they're gonna be a majority of the film, and in actuality, a lot of them just aren't there. Only really one agent winds up staying along for
it's
a little bit,
and
it's not even that long. It seems very forced in, honestly. But yeah.
And I mean, that was the most disappointing part of it for me. And another disappointing point, kind of like relating to this, is no Channing Tatum. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Yeah, if you're going in it for Channing Tatum thinking he's going to be a big part.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah, he's not in it for anything.
Mm-hmm.
You may get a few laughs out of the maybe 5 minutes he has on screen.
Yeah, he's great when he's in it. And that's what is kind of concerning to me is I think that they had a different vision when they started it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it had to do with like having Channing Tatum in there, but then like I think you were saying like it's released at the same time as Logan Lucky.
May have had something to do with the scheduling there.
Yeah, so I think they intended for Channing Tatum to be a bigger part of it, and it kind of makes you think, like, after watching it, like, if he were a bigger part of it, would it have been a better movie?
Better picture, yeah.
Yeah, and I think it might have been, actually.
It definitely could have been. The agent we do follow isn't as...
compelling.
Yeah, or charismatic as Channing Tatum is.
Yeah, definitely.
But, I mean, overall...
Mm-hmm.
I definitely have to say, if you have seen this movie, if you've seen Kingsman: The Secret Service,
mm-hmm.
you should definitely go see this one. It's the sequel.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the continuation of the story,
mm-hmm.
that same sense of style and the comedy from the first one. But as I said before, I would not really recommend this to someone who hasn't seen the first film.
And I mean, it's a fun movie, especially if you like the first one. I say you should go see it. I mean, don't wait for it to come out. Just go see it. I mean, it's still really good cinematography. The action scenes are still pretty cool. They're a little bit different than the first one, but they're still really fun. And it's just really entertaining. So I wouldn't say don't go see it. I mean, if you like the first one and you want to watch it, go do it.
Yeah, I mean...
It's not going to be as impactful as the first one, but it'll still be
something.
Be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a fun movie
yeah,
to
it
go
is
to.
fun.
I think that's it for us. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This has been Coogs and Reviews. My name is Danielle Jacobo.
And my name is Jackson Brock.
And if you want to see more of our reviews, please follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, all that good stuff to keep up with CoogTV and the reviews. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye. Hey Dan, have you heard about CoogTV On Demand?
No, I think I've heard about it, but can you tell me more?
Yeah, no problem. CoogTV On Demand is an online streaming service we have here at U of H for students. If you're on our Wi-Fi, you can access it. CoogTV.com/on-demand. And it gives you access to all types of new movies that are, kind of coming out of theaters right now. You have John Wick 2, Lego Batman, and even movies like Don't Breathe.
That's really cool. Should I check it out?
Yes.
I will, thank you.
Bye.